Hi everybody, Dr. Lisa Thompson here of drlisamthompson.com, and welcome to another edition of The Doctor Is In Live, coming to you from my home office outside of Eden Prairie, Minnesota on this gorgeous Friday afternoon, the last day of September. And today we're going to be talking about, on the live show, we're going to be discussing how to monetize the right sidebar of your blog. A lot of people don't know what to put on that particular sidebar that can help you get leads and make sales. So we're going to be breaking down what you need to be doing with your sidebars. Now, if you don't know what a sidebar is and you're first getting started, here's what I want you to envision your blog. I want you to take a sheet of paper and I want you to fold it into thirds. Hey, Ron Deering's on. Hi, Ron. Good to see you. And when you fold your paper into thirds, all right, that's what your blog layout is going to look like. If you look in the middle column, that is where your content goes. The left column is the left sidebar, and that's where we like to keep our social share buttons. We do not put any type of advertising there, okay, because that is going to get in the way of reading the valuable content that we have. We want their eyes on our content first, okay? Because in English-speaking countries, we read from left to right. So we want to put on that right sidebar. That's where we're going to put where we're going to monetize. So here are my best tips when it comes to monetizing your blog. So at the very top of your sidebar, on that right-hand side, is you want to put your primary giveaway. All right, most of you, we've talked about this in previous shows, that you need to have some form of a giveaway or an ethical bribe to get people onto your mailing list. This could be a newsletter, or it can be you're giving away a free training. So a training in terms of what is relevant to your brand. If you're someone who's in network marketing, for example, you may want to give away a network marketing training. Or if you are someone who's a social media expert, you may want to give away a social media training. Now, in my example, I went and I created my own branded giveaway, my own ebook on the 5 online tools you need to build a buyer's audience on social media. So that is my opt-in that appears at the top. You want your branded giveaway or your newsletter, you want them to opt into. You want that to be at the very top, okay? Because when people are looking for whether it's an offer or an ad or to opt in, we're always looking at the top right-hand corner. So when you're thinking from copywriting, and if you've ever seen advertisements, the prime real estate for advertising in print editions, whether it's newspapers or magazines, and even now online digital, it's above the fold. It's usually in the top right-hand corner is where you want your ads to be, because that's where it is greatest exposure. So after that, what are some other things you can add? You can add your social follow buttons in the right-hand column, all right? And what this is powerful for is that if you have other social media accounts, you want people to follow you there as well. And once you build a following, what people are going to be doing is they're going to want to follow you not just on Facebook, but they're going to check you out on your other channels, such as if you have a Twitter account, Instagram, or if you have a YouTube account or Pinterest. Now, when you use the Monarch plugin, you can also include a little icon to get people on your newsletter. And that's what I've done on my blog. I have a little icon, and it looks like a little Aweber icon. That's my autoresponder service. And if people click on that, that takes them right to an opt-in to get on my newsletter. So you can add your social follow buttons. What are some other items you can put on your sidebar of your blog that can help build your exposure and give some social proof? They can be video testimonials. So as you're building your brand, you're going to get people, who have used your products, excuse me, or they've gone and they may have been a client of yours and they share a result, you can get video testimonials. Or when you go to live events and you are hanging out with your mentors or leadership and you have a relationship with them, they can give you a video testimonial. So on my blog, I have video testimonials from some of the top industry leaders on my blog. That's going to give social proof that, if they may not know who I am yet, but they know the leaders. And if the leaders are edifying me, that is social proof that, hey, they know what they're talking about. And if they say that I am the real deal, they're going to be more than willing and receptive to following me. Okay, does that make sense? Now, here are some other tips that you can add on there. You can add other trainings, other giveaways, but you have to make sure. Now, this is what's really cool coming down the pike, is that if you have this plugin called Jetpack, and you can put in your own images or banner ads, you can have them appear on certain posts. So there's like a little visibility tab within an image that you can put into the sidebar, and you can tell it when this particular ad is going to appear for a particular category or post. And that is very, very powerful, because let's say, for example, you're doing a blog post on Facebook Live. If people are interested in Facebook Live, they might also be interested in other forms of Facebook advertising or Facebook marketing. So you could offer in the sidebar training. Ron's also saying he loves that capability on Jetpack as well, is that you could offer trainings maybe on Facebook mobile ads. You could offer paid advertising. Hey, Dion, glad to have you on the show today. You could also have in that sidebar, you could have things such as staying out of Facebook jail. Okay, any other types of Facebook products or training you can put on that sidebar, because now if they love what you put for content, they'll be more than willing to opt in and get additional training from you, and it's right at your fingertips. Hi, Jackie. Nice to have you on the show. So we're still talking today, for those of you who are just jumping on, we're talking about how to monetize the right hand, the right sidebar of your blog to get more leads and sales. So when you're thinking about the right sidebar, you're always looking for the message to market match. You're looking for congruency, okay? And that's what's really great about blogging right now. Now, here are some don'ts. You don't want to you don't want to add too many things on the sidebar. And what do I mean by that? One thing you want to avoid is any type of GIF or animated or flash images. Hey, Kevin, glad to have you on the show today. And anything with flash images, that used to be really popular 10, 12 years ago for ads. They're not very popular right now. And what it does is it becomes very distracting, because everything is so mobile responsive right now. And you don't want anything that's flashy that can take away from the content. You want your content to be the jewel. You want everyone's eyes on your content. And you want to make sure that there's enough good information on the sidebar that when people glance over, they can take a look and they can see if there's something of interest to them. You don't want to have like something really flashy that gets in the way of them reading. So avoid any type of banner ads that are flashy or they have like a GIF, a GIF extension, okay? Keep things as static with your ads. You don't want to have too many of them down on your right sidebar. So what I would suggest is maybe have 3 or 4 ads tops. Some other things you can add to that right sidebar can also be, I like putting my Facebook like box, all right? And we talked about that before, where you can add in the sidebar Facebook has a like box, and what it does is that people can like your fan page right from your blog. They don't have to go outside of your blog and open up a new tab. And what's really cool is that you can not only like on that particular widget on the sidebar, but it can also show your Facebook newsfeed, so people can also comment and share your Facebook post directly from your blog. I also like putting my Twitter feed in there as well. Now, when I do my Facebook and Twitter feeds, I try to keep that short. I don't want to have too many things scrolling up on the Twitter newsfeed. So there's you can set a limit as to how many new updates you can show at a time. So people can go, oh, good, Jackie has that set up as well. That's awesome. Now, what I also like to add on there, and this is really kind of cool and it builds up your credibility, is I add on the sidebar my most popular posts. And you can do that within WordPress. When you go into the widget area of your back office, you can designate what are your most popular posts you can show. And so I like to show my top 5 popular posts, because a lot of times when people are going through, they'll be like, what are some other things that you write about that could be very popular? And so they can look and see. And if you're really talking about, one day I had on my top 5 posts, I was doing a 3-week series on Twitter and how to get leads on Twitter. And what was really cool is that in the 5 most popular posts, because I had so many comments, they all showed all my Twitter blog posts, my top 5 popular Twitter blog posts. So people wound up going to those blog posts, getting more value, and I wound up getting quite a few leads just from having that up alone. So you can have your most popular posts showing there as well. And that's just another great way for people to find and get more social proof. Because if you've got a lot of good posts where you're getting a lot of good comments and shares, people are going to want to check that out. And I'll tell you, the all-time popular post that I had, I wrote right before Christmas, the day the new Star Wars movie came out, and I wrote up some Star Wars quotes. That was one of my all-time popular posts that I wrote, and people just loved it. So that's kind of a cool way, when you do posts or something that are relevant to what's going on at the time, with trends or with movies, those tend to be really popular, and people really like to dig those. So those are just some strategies that I shared with you of how you can really monetize and make a great user experience for your blog. I'm all about user experience, and you have to understand what role your blog plays in the social media funnel process. I really hammer in on the social media funnel. And for those of you who may not know what that is, it's all about the building of a relationship. So when you pick your social media strategy of how you're going to drive traffic to your blog, you need to pick just one social media network you're going to focus on. And so you're building your audience on that particular network. And a lot of times they're going to be cold, all right, because they're just knowing who you are. And as you put your content and you share your blog posts on that network, and then people come to your blog, your office, your piece of real estate, now the relationship is beginning to develop more. And now people are reading your content. They're thinking, wow, you really know your stuff. You're the authority. Now they're going to feel like they know, like, and trust you enough that they're going to take the next step, which is to get on your list. Once you have them on your list, now you can develop the relationship further by reaching out and calling them, or, messaging them privately, or you can start offering your sales products or services, or have them join you in your business, because now they're ready to hear what you have to offer. And you can see where the blog becomes that central funnel. And if you can make your blog the place, and it's a great user experience. You've got great content. It's laid out nice. It's easy on the eyes. It's mobile responsive. Your links are clearly defined that are blue and clickable. People know that they click on that link, they're going to be taken to where they want to go next. The sidebar, they can easily share your content. They can follow you elsewhere, and they can check out other pieces of content that are related to what they're reading right now. And when you make it a great user experience, they're going to keep coming back. And when you can get people coming back and looking forward to reading your posts, you have got a vibrant community that are going to turn into a buyer's audience. Are you guys getting value today? And do you have any questions with developing a sidebar, how to monetize it on your blog? I'll give you a few minutes for people who want to leave some comments. And by the way, I'm just going to kind of tell you right now, if you look in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see notification button. If you click on that notification button, what that's going to do is it's going to tell WordPress to, or not WordPress, but Facebook to notify you when I am going live with my show. So that way, if you want to interact with me live, you can, and then we can have this great conversation. If you can't watch it live, that's fine. It's going to show up. And what I'm do is when I'm done with my live videos, I share them on my Facebook fan page. So what you can also do is head over to my fan page at facebook.com/Dr. Lisa Thompson, and then you can like my fan page. And then that way you can know when my video, or if I post my video, it's going to show up on your newsfeed, and that way you can catch the show at any time. So this is what I do every day, and it took me time to set up my blog on that right sidebar. But I'll tell you, when you have it done correctly, I mean, I've got people reaching out to me every single day saying, how did you do that? Because I want to do the exact same thing. And when you get to that point, that's when your blog and marketing really gets fun, and you're going to have the time of your life. Now, if you want to know the blogging platform that I'm using and exactly how to set up your sidebar, I've got a great video training that can show you exactly what I'm using and how easy it is to set up your blog using this blogging platform. And what I will do is at the conclusion of this show, I will put the link in the comments section so you can find it, you can click on it, and you can watch it and see exactly what I'm using. And I promise you, it'll blow your mind. It's just really, really good stuff. So make sure you tune in tomorrow, because on tomorrow's show, we're going to do some mindset. And then on Sunday, we're going to talk about the spiritual aspects, how to be a spiritual entrepreneur to lead a spirit-driven, purpose-filled life. So I'm really excited to be talking with you this weekend. Go out and enjoy Friday night. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.